5:30. But right now, just in case, if you're planning for a baby, what are the experts urging where this is concerned? Recent studies have suggested that the health of a father can significantly influence a child's well-being, prompting UAE experts to recommend basic health screening for men before planning a pregnancy. Now, doctors across the country say that the shift is long overdue. While fertility discussions have traditionally focused on women, evidence increasingly showing that a man's health before conception can influence not only the changes of pregnancy, but also birth outcomes and a child's long-term health. And yes, you heard me right. Talking to me a little bit more about this, we are joined by a Dr. Ramya Raj. She is a specialist in this field and someone who has commented on the subject as well. A very, very good morning to you, Doctor. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Doctor, we are reading this news and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So it says if you're planning for a baby, experts like yourself are urging men for urgent screening to be done before they try to conceive. Could you talk to us about this?
Yeah, surely. Actually, it's a great myth that women's health is only important for pregnancy planning. So, but to me, conceiving a child is a shared journey where both mother and father should have equal roles in contributing to a healthy baby.
Right. So what are the tests, doctors, that must be done by a man? And why is it important for men to conduct these tests before even thinking of, or rather having the family planning concept instilled in their minds?
As a trend has been changed, like previously, youngsters, they used to become as a parent in a younger age, but because nowadays, because of the they're financially, they are thinking that they should be stabilized and they are more into career orientation, so they are delaying the pregnancy. So what actually literature says is like they can try for pregnancy for 1 year, and even after 1 year of planning of pregnancy, if they are not conceiving, so both the female and male, that is mother and father, should be tested.
Right, doctor, but unfortunately, we understand if the woman can't conceive, then probably she would be at fault. All of these baselines, can all of this be corrected and dealt with before the couple start planning for a child, or is it too late?
No, it's for sure. Nowadays, there is a lot of importance in going with the preconceptional counseling, because preconceptional counseling has been a great thing where if a mother is having any comorbidities like diabetes, hypertension, or any heart disease complicating, or any other issues, they should always go for a preconceptional counseling. But nowadays, as a generation, as we were talking to you again and again, as we are late, we are delaying the pregnancy. So it is always wise enough to approach a doctor prior to planning pregnancy, where they check the basic tests like thyroid testing, sugar testing, because now a generation, we are like late night, we eat lot of carb food, and which has lot of sugar preservatives and all. So it's always very important to rule out diabetic, because previously we used to see 40 years, 45 years old guys getting diabetic, but nowadays the trend has been shifted. Nowadays only 25, 30 years are also getting diabetes. So it is always good enough to go with a preconceptional screening where you test for diabetes and rule out, and even hypertension. All these things really makes a great difference in the coming child, even in the sense of behavioral changes, and also good healthy pregnancy will be better with these things.
Right. Dr. Ramya, also could you talk to us a little bit about the lifestyle changes that affect men? And that's why, you're urging them to kind of get their test sorted before they start family planning.
Surely, because see, nowadays lifestyle choices are one of the most important and modifiable influence which can be done. So just let me tell you one example. If I have a gun and I have loaded the gun with bullets, but even if I don't trigger the gun, it won't shoot, right? So trigger is what? That is our lifestyle. So until you trigger the lifestyle where it can be in the form of smoking, it can be in the form of excessive alcohol consumption, or in the form of recreational drug, or even because see, nowadays everyone are very much into their career. So they don't even mind working, sleep pattern disturbance. So all these things really matter.
Right. Doctor, also, I'm trying to wrap my head around this conversation. Now, genetic and long-term planning, right? Should we undergo genetic screening? What is genetic screening for the couples that are considering to get into probably a marriage or probably consider having children as well? What is genetic screening and why is it important?
Genetic screening, I don't suggest to all men and women. I would only suggest to people, like to a category of people who are more prone for it. A woman who has undergone 3 or 4 abortions, and like she conceive and immediately she undergo abortion without any known cause, then you should think of the genetic cause. And the second thing is, like, if any family history among their family members, if something like familially there is some sorts of syndromes which run in family. So if any of the family, either from the mother side or from the father side, if there is any familial syndromes running in their families, they should surely inform the doctor, and it's always advisable to go with a preconceptional genetic testing so that we can rule out the same. Whether you have two forms of genetic transmission, like it's a dominant and recessive. So dominant means even a single gene makes a difference. Recessive, it has to be 2 genes. So if we diagnose whether it's a dominant or recessive, we can surely change the destiny of the child, because prior in the pregnancy only we have many diagnostic tests where we can diagnose whether the child is affected or not. Then we can talk to the parents, we can counsel them. These are the effects that you can see in the baby once the baby is born. Now the ball is in the court, like in parents' court. So it's their decision whether to continue or not. So we respect that.
Right. And you don't just advise a woman, you also advise a man to kind of undergo these screenings to ensure that their future is kind of fruitful and there are no complications. But we've also seen families, breaking up, or there is a massive rift in a family just in case, the couple can't really conceive. So in a situation like that, what are the other alternatives that UAE has to offer? I know IVF is quite talked about over here. Other alternatives, maybe a different sort of therapies that couples should undergo?
See, if at all a mother who is planning her career and she doesn't want to plan pregnancy prior to 35 years, she can go to a specialist where they can screen what is the quality of eggs available in her ovary, that is egg baskets, and see if it's good. She can go with cryo, you can preserve the ovary or you can preserve the eggs, so that she can use it for the later age. Mostly what happens is by the age of 40, all the eggs will be finished off. And then, but the problem with this is if they are cryopreserving the eggs, then they have to go with the in vitro fertilization only. They have no other option. And as we were talking regarding the lifestyle. So if they're going into a good lifestyle, avoiding all these things, but as after 35 years, every year makes a difference. So it reduces the quality of a sperm and also an ovum. So both egg and the quality will be reduced. So it's always advisable to get pregnancy before 35. But if you are planning for beyond 35, you have the options of cryopreserving the egg and also sperms. These both options are also available.
Well, thank you once again, Dr. Ramya Raj, for taking time out and having this quick chat with us, and for also sharing such beautiful and important knowledge that we really need in today's day and age.
Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. I'm always pleased to spread my knowledge to all the people. So thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. We're going to continue more conversations right here. Coming up next is something that you love, and it is certainly traffic. Stay tuned for that.
This is Talk 100.3. The Journal on Daybreak. The latest share market, stock